Hi, Terry Spence here, or Toulouse as some of you may know me. Everybody in Whistler has a second name. I just came here because I couldn't come to Toronto, and I wanted to say to you folks that we have lost a great friend in Greg, but his spirit will live on through us, and he was a tremendous guy. To talk about sumo tends to exhaust some of the superlatives in the English language, so I'm not going to say too much about that. However, he was an athlete, he was a competitor, and he was good at being involved with people's lives. He was a magnet for humanity. People were drawn to him by his charismatic personality, and he was a people person, and people were his life. He was generous to a fault. He always hired me for his ski camps, and through his ski camps I met guys like Smithman and Duder, and they're still my friends to this day when they come out to Whistler. The best gig I ever got to do with Greg was the Royal Family. When Charles and William and Harry came out here, Greg set it up so that I was one of the instructors to ski with him. I never would have got that job without Greg, and I thank him for it for the rest of my days. To say he was unique does not do him justice. He was sensational, and he did everything in a grand way. I just want to say to his family, his brothers and sisters, I'd like to say, and to his sons, Cooper and Jackson, and his soulmate, Heidi, I'd just like to say, you lost a great guy, but I tell you what, he should live on through you, and don't ever forget that.
Jimbo here, greetings from Whistler, Bluebird Day, perfect day for Greg would love to go skiing. Anyways, I guess the first thing I should do is pass along condolences to the family about this shock event. And I think when I think of Greg, I think of that white Cadillac with the cowhide seats, the top down, his hair flowing, the big smile on his face, and there may even be a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken beside him in it. Greg was Greg. That's about all I can say. You know, he was who he was, and he knew it, and we just had to laugh along with him. For me, Greg was someone who remembered little things about people, and my prime example is that I'm sort of a sports nut, which everybody knows, even though I'm pretty bad in all sports. And Greg was at a golf tournament in the States, and he came back and he came over to my house and he gave me a book, and he said, "Jimbo, I think you would really like this." And what the book was, it was a book of all the athletes who were at the golf tournament, and they were autographed. And some of them even said to Jimbo. So once again, thank you, Sumo, and may the gates run forever and the knees stay strong.
Hi everybody, Peter Young, more commonly known as YP, on the deck of Merlin's here at Whistler Blackcomb. Little music in the background, just the way Greg would have liked it. I just started thinking that as Greg entered the Great Hall of Fame in the sky there with some of our other buddies, that there was a huge party going on, because we had close to 6 feet of snow here last week, and I know that was a result of all the carryings on up there with Murr and Tony Seiler and Greg Athens, not to mention the King himself, who Greg was very fond of, and probably pretty excited about actually getting to meet the King now. Anyway, I first met Greg back in '73 at the Tony Seiler Summer Ski Camp, and that was a great learning experience for everybody. I was 18 years old, Greg was a little older, and many great memories from those times. I can remember cruising up to Pemberton in Greg's GTO, and the guys was going to play tennis at the only tennis courts nearby, but really we went up there to have milkshakes at Phil's. Anyway, Greg infected a lot of people with his enthusiasm for skiing, young and old, and I know we see many of them here at Whistler, so you know, I'd like to wish all his family the best, and I know that Greg's genes are carrying on the ski hill here with Cooper and Jackson recently competing in our ski cross event up here and getting very close to the podium, so I know that they're going to carry on Greg's great ski genes, and my condolences to Sandy and all the rest of the family back there. Thanks.
Hi everybody, my name's Steve Legg, and I just want to touch on a couple things about what made Greg Lee so special, but why he made me a coach. And the first thing he did that I learned from Greg was how he would remember everybody's name. And I had issues when I was a young guy, and I met him in Ontario, and he says, Leggy, the easiest way to remember anybody's name is find somebody else that you know that has the same name. The other thing that Samo did really, really well is he taught us how to lean on our ski poles, and that's the most important thing. Is if you're going to do it right, lean on poles right, because that's how you do it. Lean on the poles, do the coaching, just stand there all day, and you let them do laps, and you won't get tired. And Sumo was perfect. Those were our crutches, and he made it how it should be. So thanks for everything, Greg. See you on the other side. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Sloan, and I first got to know Greg back in high school when we ski raced together on the Southern Ontario Ski Zone team. And then I knew him through skiing pretty much from those days to now. And you know, Greg was a great communicator. He always remembered everybody's names. I couldn't believe how well he did that, especially if they were female and good looking. He never forgot a name. Or even better, good looking, female, and rich. But yeah, you know, Greg always had a great twinkle in his eye and joie de vie. I loved it when he used to burst into reciting lyrics from songs. He'd just start reciting all these lyrics. Like I said, he had a great memory. And speaking of memories, he'll live on in many of our memories. And he'll especially live on in Jackson and Cooper. You know, he will always be there through his sons, which is a great comforting thought. Greg coached so many people through the Dave Murray summer ski and snowboard camps and through the Dave Murray ski camps. He gave so many people so much joy. So on behalf of all those people, thank you, Greg.